Close the sale, don't call back. Close the sale, don't call back. I have a question for you today. Where have all of the salespeople gone? I mean, seriously, did they all like hibernate? Have they all gone into a cave somewhere? Where are all the salespeople? It's like everybody I talk to, I'm asking them like, how many deals are you closing? And they're telling me how much people like them and how many connections they're making and how good they feel all warm and fuzzy when they leave a prospect's location without the paperwork signed. And I'm thinking, wait a second, I didn't realize you were a therapist. I thought you were a salesperson. And see, salespeople, they do this thing. You might know, some of you, seriously, you haven't realized this yet, so I'm gonna really help you out. There's this thing that salespeople do. It's why they're called salespeople. Do you know what it is? They make sales. That's what they do. Now, there are a few things that lead up to that, like people liking you and trusting you and all that, which is good, right? But that's not the whole thing. The thing that salespeople do is that they sell people. So let me be even more specific. That means they take people who were planning to say no, and they convince them to say yes. That's what a salesperson does, okay? So I'm gonna help so many of you right now to stop wasting your time, okay? If you can't do what I just described, either read a book or quit, okay? I don't care that in the last month you made really good connections with 50 people. If you only closed one person, read a book or quit. You're wasting your time. If you were a brain surgeon and you operated on 20 people last month, 19 of them died and 1 lived, I would advise you choose a different profession. You know why? Because you suck at brain surgery, because they are all dying. If you're in sales and you're not selling anybody, then you either need to study up, get to work, or go get another job, okay? So close the sale, don't call back. Now, I understand. Callbacks are important. In the last video, I talked about next action steps. So callbacks are important, but there is a very specific time when you use a callback. First of all, you close the sale. Then when they give you a callback, you close the sale. Then when they ask for a callback, you close the sale. Are you starting to notice a pattern here? You close and close and close and close. And you're like, James, I just can't do that. I can't pressure people. I can't try to convince somebody to say yes. You know what? You're probably a wonderful, wonderful person. Get out of sales. You're not a salesperson at all. Salespeople sell people, okay? So you close and you close and you close and you're like, but then I might feel uncomfortable. Exactly. If you're not feeling uncomfortable and if the prospect is not feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but you keep hearing no all day long and neither of you is feeling uncomfortable at all, you're not selling. You're taking orders. And you might be surprised to learn that not very many people want to sign the order, okay? You have to convince them. And that's just the reality of sales. I wish I could tell you that it's just the easiest thing ever, and oh my goodness, anybody can do this, but they can't. And it's not. So it's hard. You have to learn how to sell people. So when do you use a callback? Well, you use a callback, first of all, when somebody asks for a callback, I always agree with them. I'm not going to give them one, but I agree with them. Oh, James, would you please call me back? I'm just not sure yet. Absolutely. I would be happy to call you back. How about Friday at 2 o'clock? Does that work for you, Mr. Jones? Sure, that works great. Awesome. And then just so I can be prepared for the callback, what should I be studying up on, or what's the main thing you're really thinking about between now and then so I can be prepared to answer your questions? Now they're going to give me the real objection. Well, James, I'm just not sure about whatever, right? What do? Well, I jump right back in and I sell. And then they say, well, we really need to think about it. I certainly understand that, and I respect the fact you need to think about it. However, I want to make sure you have all the relevant information that you need in order to make an informed decision, and I'm sure you'd agree with me on that, wouldn't you, Mr. Jones? Great. So give me a little bit more information. What's the root cause of you wanting to hold back? Because something I can tell, there's something you're not sure about. What is it that information I need to provide to really help you to make the most informed decision possible? That's called closing and closing and closing. And I keep that going until I realize that the only avenue from here is I'm either going to get kicked out of the store or they're going to tell me, no, leave me alone. When I can tell I'm just about there, then and only then do I agree to the callback. And only if I think I have a really good chance of selling them when I call back. If I can tell they're just not interested and they're blowing me off, I just put the ball right back in their court. Thanks so much for your time today. You know what? I don't even worry about it. I know you said call back on Friday, but you know what? I can see you need some time to really think about this. Here's my card. If you ever have any problems with your credit card machine or anything like that, you give me a call. I'll be here right away to help you out. Thank you. It was great meeting you today. Have a great day. And I'm done. And I move on to the next person. And guess what that's called? Are you ready? This is going to blow you away. Are you ready? You know what that's called when that happens? Failure. You're a sales rep. They said no. You failed. Learn how to sell people, and don't be happy when people said no because you just felt so warm and fuzzy about them. You didn't sell them. You failed. Now, failure is okay as long as you recognize that it's failure, as long as you learn from it, and as long as you move on to the next person. Now go sell somebody else. But don't call me and tell me how happy you are that I talked to 75 people this month and all of them some of them invited me over for a family barbecue. Well, congratulations. Did you make any money? No, I didn't sell anybody. Then you suck. Learn how to sell or get a job. That's my message to you today. Hopefully, some good tips that'll either save you some time and help you find another career or help you take sales more seriously so that you'll actually do what you need to do to make money. My name is James Shepard. Have an awesome day.